hope you guys are having an amazing week. My week has been alright. So if you guys have not watched my last episode of Pillow Talk, please make sure to go and watch that. It's definitely a good one. And I've been flexing my interviewer skills lately, so you know I thought it turned out pretty well. So we're back at it again today with another one. I have somebody very exciting coming on here. I think that it will be a really good episode. We'll get some good convo in, and yeah, she's a pretty cool lady. She took a hand in making me, if you will. So today, my special guest, I would like to present to you all my mother, Patricia.
Hi everyone.
Today I wanted to bring my mom on here because I just wanted to kind of like give you guys some background on me and like why I am who I am and like I am. So you'll get to see it right here from the source today. So I'll just jump right into it. So basically we're just gonna have a discussion like we did last time. And yes, we are gonna talk about sex. I'm gonna talk about sex with my mom. Weird, right?
Oh my
god. So the first thing I wanted to ask you about, because for those of you that don't know, my mom actually had me when she was 16. So she was a teen mom before Teen Mom was a show. And I just wanted to ask you, like, how was that? How, like, was it rough for you? Did people give you a hard time about it, you know?
No, not really. I mean, I used to love babysitting and watching people's kids, so like I was always, around kids. I think it was awkward or weird being pregnant around my family, maybe feeling like I let them down or something, but they all welcomed a new baby. They were all super supportive. You had more than enough of everything you needed, so tons of love. I recall the day you were brought home from the hospital, I had to make people stop touching you so you didn't get sore. Yeah, it wasn't awful. Definitely not as hard as some kids have it. So I was blessed.
I feel that. Do you feel that same way, like after you had me? Like, was it hard to like get people to babysit me or, like help you out if you needed a ride or something?
No, not at all. I had your superhero great grandmother that I didn't have to go through any of those things. She always had my back, and your dad was not with the whole babysitter, let people touch my daughter kind of thing. So none of that really happened. Probably until you were more toddler. But as far as being a baby, your grandmother or Aunt Joe or something like that maybe will watch you, but definitely nobody outside of the family. That was the no, not allowed.
I feel that for sure. So since you were a mom at a young age, I personally, because it's my personal experience, I personally feel like you kind of made it your mission to make sure that your kids were educated about sex, and at a young age too.
Absolutely. Having a kid before you're ready to have a kid is not good, and as time goes on, the world changes and it's harder. And I just wanted to make sure that you guys always knew that, God forbid if it happened too soon, like I got your back, but at the same time, it's okay to have sex, but here are the things that you need to do to protect yourself. I made sure that you guys knew like consequences that could come with having sex, as far as pregnancy or STDs, things like that. Yeah, and I think that I succeeded in making you all feel comfortable enough to come to me when the time had come that you were ready to have sex, to ask for, you know, some sort of contraception or, you know, advice in different areas or whatnot. So that was a big thing for me, and I think I succeeded. We're 20 some years into this, and there's no grandkids yet, so yay.
And I just think it's cool because, like, I can actually have a conversation with you about sex and it's not weird. But, like, I mean, I know the boys are different, and, like, but still, not all kids will be like Steven. He was like, oh my god, I put a baby in her. Like, you know, he'll say stuff like that to you, and, like, it's like, oh, you know, he's just being stupid. But other parents would be, like, horrified by stuff like that, you know?
Right.
And I just think it's cool that, you know, it's open that way.
Absolutely. It needs to always, everything needs to be open like that between parents and their children. I believe you just have less problems, less rebellion, you know, when there's more transparency. I find that there's more understanding. And heck yeah, like, dude, your brothers came to me and asked me before, hey, look, I'm supposed to smash this chick, but she's drunk, passed out in my car. What do I do with her? Take that girl home. Take her home. You know, just shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing to be able to have that with your kids. And I'm not that much older than you guys, so I think that plays a part in it too, and it helps. I'm more relatable.
Right.
So
I agree. Because, you know, some of my other friends, their parents are, like, older, like Nani's age. And it's like, even the thought of them having sex is like, like, and, like, vice versa, like, for them about their kids. And I just think that, like, it's so unrealistic. Like they said in this one interview, like, whether you want to address it or not, it's happening, you know?
Exactly. And I took that with me when I was younger. I would do things or, you know, be a teenager, and my mom would always, like, go batshit crazy. And I just always told myself, like, I would never be like that with my kids, because when they have issues, or, you know, for example, when you were ready to have sex, you came and hey, look, I'm finna do this, and I think I need some birth control. You know what I mean? I could never do that with my mom, and I just always made sure that no matter what it was whether it be sex, school, friends, whatever, it's an open door. Come on in here, let's sit down, let's talk about this shit, let's get a game plan, work it out. Simple as that.
Heck yeah, bruh. So, I wanted to ask you how you felt about this. I haven't played you the audio yet, but... So they were just talking about this on the Breakfast Club. There's a school in New York, and they are teaching these first graders, which are like 6 years old, about masturbation and, like, about their anatomy of their genitals. How do you feel about that?
I think that is fucking insane. What the hell? These are like babies. Like, they're still innocent. Why would you? I mean, I get it. Like, these are my titties, this is my vagina, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But maybe teach that in, like, sex ed in junior high. Not to freaking 6-year-olds. You need to be teaching them, you know, red, blue, green, freaking Dr. Seuss, you know, right. Shit like that. Not about buttholes and vaginas and penis heads. That's insane.
Yeah, I agree. I think that 6 is too young, but they also said too that 5 and 6 is the average age that kids start, like, discovering their genitals and masturbating, is, like, at that young of an age. And this lady had called and she was like, yeah, I had to sit down and talk about it because my daughter was, like, sitting in front of the TV, like, playing with herself. And she was like, you know, I had to have that conversation with her. But I'm like, I don't know. I feel like if it's a necessity like that, then yes, but like I feel like the most that you should try to stress to them is that if you're going to do it, you need to do it in private and not out in the open or out in public.
That's true. That is very true.
I think at that age, that's just about all they need to know, and I agree with you that they should teach it and talk about it in sex ed in like junior high.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right. I feel like if it's a necessity, then yeah, sit down, let's talk about it. But at 5 and 6, kids need to be, you know, playing with army men and baby dolls and shit, not worrying about, you know, pea pots and ho-hos, and that's too much. That's just crazy.
I agree.
Excuse me.
I agree. And then, okay, so we're going to switch gears from that because it's a very cringy topic. Anyways. But I wanted to ask you, with that being said, would you think that you were a feminist?
I don't know. I would have to say maybe 50-50. I think it sucks balls that guys can walk outside with no shirts on, but we can't do that.
True.
And I think, you know, like, chicks should get equal pay, you know, shit like that. But I'm a little old-fashioned too, where I believe that a woman is supposed to play a part and a man is supposed to play a part. And I don't know, that's just part of my core beliefs. But you know, as you said, time evolves, we change. So yeah, like if me and you are doing the same job, we should get paid the same. If you can walk around without a shirt on, why the hell can't I? Or, you know, they can show your dick on TV, but they can only show my pubes. Like, that's just, it's retarded, and it is unfair. I don't know. I guess I would just really have to say I'm 50-50 on that.
I feel that. I think I probably am more like 75-25. Just because, you know, I feel like that if people want to play traditional roles, like in a male-female situation, I think that should be up to them, and like every relationship is different and it operates differently. But also, I feel like in order to have a functional relationship, you need to like be able to know when to like let a man be a man.
It's very important.
But on the other aspect of it, yes, absolutely, equal pay. I want to walk around with my titties out. Like, I want to show my coochie on TV. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But, yeah, I think all of that should absolutely be equal. But I think as far as, like, gender roles and, like, in relationships and households, I think that should be based on, you know, the situation. Absolutely. So do you think that a man and a woman can go on being friends without having sex, no sexual thoughts like in there at all, just strictly friends?
See, the thing about that is I'm kind of nasty, and I'm always thinking about sexual things, so from my perception, hell no. You might not act upon them. You know, I have several male friends that I've, you know, never dealt with in that way, but that doesn't mean I didn't think about that shit. I don't think it's possible. I honestly don't think it's possible.
I agree. Like you said, you might not act on it, but at least one person in that situation is thinking about it, you know? Maybe even the two of you, you know? But I definitely don't think that it's possible. You can front and kind of like act like it, but y'all probably are friends because y'all smashed in the past. Yes. So I wanted to play a little like Would You Rather. So say you had a guy and he said that he wanted to either do a threesome or have you pee on him, but in the threesome he wants to have the other girl pee on him. Would you do it, or would you have somebody else do it?
I'll piss on your ass. I mean, if the price is right, why not? Let's go. Let's go. Give me a bottle of water over there. For real.
Okay, so I'm gonna play a little game of what if. So, what if you had a man that was like really good to you? He was doing everything he's supposed to do, you know, he pulling your chair out for you, you know, answering his phone on the first ring, sweetie, you know, taking you shopping, just treating you like a lady, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And he said to you, I want to have a threesome.
Okay.
Would you be willing to do that?
Yeah, fuck it. Why not? As long as you know, our understanding is on point. Yeah, hell yeah, why not?
Okay.
It's just sex.
Okay. So, how would you feel if your man, and you love him, you're like deeply in love with him, he was like, listen, I want you to put your finger in my butt. Would you do it?
I said, bend over, Big Daddy.
But would that be something like that you'd be willing to do like on a regular basis if they were really into it?
Probably not so much on a regular basis, but you know, like special occasion, oh, you've been a good boy, okay.
So would you do more than a finger? What if you wanted like, what if he has already done butt stuff and he's like, I want you to put a butt plug up there?
I'm gonna tell him he needs to pack his shit and get the fuck out. Nigga, you gay.
So do you think it's gay for a dude to okay. So is there levels to gayness, or is it all just one spectrum?
I feel like if it's like some, hey, let's try this, like, yeah, okay, let's try this. But like, you know what I mean? Like, if you want me to do you in your butt, like, that's weird. I mean, different strokes for different folks, but like, I don't want to get down like that. If you want to do me in my butt, that's a whole different story. That's a different story. But I ain't about to be doing a grown ass man in the butt.
So pegging is off the table for you.
Nah.
Okay, I see. Okay, so if you were given the option, would you lick a dude's toes or lick his butthole?
I'm gonna lick the toes because shit comes out of your asshole, like shit. Like that's contaminated and toxins, like E. coli. Yeah, I'm good. I'm not sticking my mouth nowhere near nobody's asshole.
So you never accidentally, like your tongue never like slipped down there?
No.
While you were like licking the balls?
No, see, because usually I just gonna put the balls in my mouth, just suck them on up. But no, that's never happened to me before. I would die. I would just die. The moment would be ruined. It would be ruined. I'm still not even sure if I like my asshole licked.
I agree. I definitely would not lick a butthole. I have not licked a butthole. But I don't like my butthole licked. I feel like it's weird. And I'm like, it's not sexy to me. Like, it doesn't do anything for me.
Like, let me lick your asshole and give me a kiss, baby. Nigga, what?
No! Never!
Death!
Never! So, speaking of taking the balls, sucking the balls in, do you think that playing with the balls is a basic part of giving head?
I think that's different for different people. For example, I know a guy that likes his balls played with to be aroused. Okay. But then I know another guy that's like, the head's so good, don't even touch my balls. It's not gonna do nothing for me. Okay. So I think it just This really depends on the person. I feel like maybe some guys are more sensitive in their balls than other guys. I don't know. Like, maybe some of our vaginas are more sensitive than others. I don't know.
I feel that. I always say that playing with the balls is a basic part of it, because I be like, you know, that's part of my technique. I be like, you know, sucking on the balls, and then I'll play with the shaft, you know? So, like, I think that it's a basic part of it, but I guess if you don't like it, of course, I'm not going to do that. Because that would just be like, now, I'm doing something without your consent. And that's not okay. Me Too movement. Anyways. So, before we get out of here, can you give us youngins, any tips for good sex from the OG?
Tips for good sex. Alright. So, from experience, find someone that you're mad attractive to. Just totally sexy to you. And make sure that they meet your level of nasty. However nasty that might be. And have fun. And like, remember, like, it's just sex. It's not who you are. It doesn't define you as a person. It's not, you know, I don't know. It's just sex. It's like not even that serious. But fucking have fun doing that shit. Fucking smoke a blunt, eat an edible. That intensifies it, makes it extremely fun. And yeah, just be nasty. It's fun.
All right, y'all. It's Pillow Talk.